Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I am Lisa Richmond. This is Thoughtful Thursday. If you're new here, welcome. Get comfortable, sit right in. And if you're returning guests, welcome back. I'm so incredibly grateful to have you. This is so amazing to see the community form here at Beyond Boundaries. So thank you, everybody. So Thursdays, I show up and I give you the goods, whatever spirit wants me to talk about. And sometimes it's real fiery, and sometimes it's, direct channel from a guide of mine or an angelic being that comes through. I never really know what to expect, but I do know that it always comes from the highest consciousness available, and it's for the greatest good. So if you're here and you found this video, I want you to just get comfortable and kind of like, I like to say, hunker in and enjoy, because you found it for a reason. There's a message here for you. I promise you that. That's what brings me back. That's what brings me back every time, is doing these messages, because I feel the connection. I really do. And I get right into my heart space. I hunker into my heart space. And that's where I like to hang out. So, hey, let's just see. I've been feeling these like incredible downloads come through lately. I don't know if you guys have. A couple weeks ago, I talked about the transmuting process of a whole bunch of incoming energy that is moving through your body. And guys, hey, I gotta say, if you haven't experienced intense headaches, body aches, physical ailments, and intense, vivid dreams lately, I would say yay for you. Like, yay. If that hasn't been a thing, great. But I'm saying, like, for the people who have, you are definitely amongst many other high vibrational, like, beings that are here experiencing this. And we are going through probably the most transformational, energetic era of our lifetime right now. And I can say that with confidence, you guys. You're in it. You're in the gauntlet right now. And the thing is, I think you know it. And I think you know exactly what you're in right now. I think that you know that you are in the grips, in the pool of the biggest transformation of your lifetime. And that's collectively, and that's individually. And what we're doing with this eclipse energy right now, what we're doing is we are being evoked on so many multiple timelines in order to get to the core of the thing or the things that you're here to do, that you're here to process, that you're here to clear the karmas, the ancestral trauma. You came here for a purpose that is becoming more and more clear. And here's the kicker, is that the more clear it becomes, the more we stand in our power, the more real it becomes. And you're like, hold on a sec. Maybe for years we've been pondering, what's our purpose? What are we here to do? And then all of a sudden, life is happening right in front of our eyes. We are transmuting more energy than we've come face to face with in our entire lifetime thus far. And we're transmuting some of the craziest, densest energies from this lifetime and multiple lifetimes and multiple timelines. And you're transmuting that energy right now in this like incredible eclipse energy, in this collective frequency of transformation, transmutation, like phoenix energy. And it's not easy. Our physical bodies are having to keep up like we're running after a freight train, right? Like we are trying to keep up on every level. We're tired. We're more tired and more lethargic and more like exhausted than we've been since, for me, since pregnancy, right? It feels like we run a marathon. And then we go to bed having quasi sleeps and massively intense dreams, or we wake up and we're like, what? What does this mean? What is it? We call our friend. I had this dream. Like, no way, I had this dream and I dreamt you died and I dreamt that I was in this. But and the whole thing is, it's not to scare you. It's not like you're getting all this like a massive transformational energy to scare you. It is coming in a language in which you can understand. So if you're dreaming things through, that means you're like working through, this is all coming through right now, okay? So I'm starting to understand it. You're bringing through these transformational energies, okay? You're transmuting old fears, old desires, old hurts from this life and other lifetimes and other timelines that are being amalgamated into one. And we can't possibly do it all within our perspective that we have to focus on in our 3D bodies. We have to do this on multiple different dimensions. We are very multi-dimensional beings, which is becoming evidently clear. But we're doing this and we're transmuting this through multiple states of existence. So we're dreaming up things that is being conjured through our subconscious in a way that creates picturesque feelings, emotions in which we can understand because it comes from the store bank of stored memories from this time and last and lifetimes and timelines that is being merged into one wholeness for you to take with you on your journey forward into this evolution of this very high vibrational existence that is like coming. So when it's talking about this is a change time, it's a transformational time. Yes, in your 3D perception of everyday existence, yes. And all the other things too, all the other timelines, all the other lifetimes, all the other karmic cycles. And when I talk about other timelines, I'm talking about like big ones, like big choices that we might have made in this lifetime or other lifetimes, or little choices where we have like multiple different timelines. And they're kind of like going crazy right now. You're going in and out of timelines because you're healing the imprints that transpired in that timeline or that frequency. You are healing those now within our perception of our linear third dimensional reality. Okay? So this human 3D vessel is transmuting multi-dimensional functioning and all the things that come with it. So yeah, no wonder we're having migraines and we can hardly move our necks because it all comes in back here, guys. So if you've like had some head trauma, like hit your head, if you've had like high fevers and like crazy headache, migraines and stiffness of the neck, it is like, this is all about this transmuting energy. And when I talked about it before, I thought, okay, that's really cool. And then it kind of like, it just like took a break and then it like came in full force again because it's like we're getting these waves of transformational energy that is coming through that coincide with the energies from our planetary alignments, our eclipse energies, which help to foster and create an environment that we can do this. This is all written in the stars, I gotta say, guys. Like, we came here with this perception of change within our existence, but we're here in human bodies going on, keeping on, you know, doing all the things. But like, we came here right now in this time and for this transformational energy collectively here on Earth. Okay, and so lots of people have talked about the great shift, the 3D, 5D split. They've talked about, you know, the exposure of the different lower dimensional groups or frequencies or alien beings or whatever it is. Like, you can perceive it in multiple different capacities, for sure. And I would never say one's more accurate than the other because it's in the way in which you're perceiving it and playing it out in your existence. So who am I to say, no, this is the way you experience your transformational energy through, like, yeah, right. I'm saying to you, in whichever way that you are transmuting this energy, I'm validating that for you because, not that you need that, but I'm saying, like, That is what's going down right now. And I want you to feel less crazy or less intense or less that your whole room is full of junk and you're like, oh my God, the more I think that things are starting to get organized, the more stuff is piled up, moved into the room, in which I have to go through all the files. I have to get rid of the stuff that doesn't belong anymore. I have to donate this stuff. I have to absolutely trash this stuff. I have to organize this, creating space for this. It's this transformational, but it's not one and done. We are in a whole time space, but particularly this year and this time in this year, it will look back. You guys, mark my words, we're going to look back on this and be like, holy shit, that was intense. But you're doing it, and you're doing it for a much greater purpose than you even know. And so that's the next thing, is they're saying release your like grip or hold on your perception of what you want to happen. You can have that broad kind of idea that's generated through the heart space, not the head, but the heart space of how you want to feel. And you can elevate that and maintain that elevated sense of feeling and emotion in that to be able to be your beacon to continue to guide you forward. But they're saying now more than ever, please try to detach. I think I said this last week. Detach from your attachment to an outcome. And know by doing this, the outcome is so much greater than you can ever, ever, ever know. Okay, this is very, very strong. This is like a very strong confirmation. So if you are, they're giving me like a music thing. So like if you're a musician who's working in piano theory and like, I don't know, I'm not, but they're showing me somebody who's like working so hard because they want to get their like grade 8 in piano or something like that, or grade 9, or they're the Royal Conservatory. Guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is for someone, obviously. No, they're giving me this analogy. And the hard work and the dedication to it because of their perception of they wanted to achieve this thing. Okay, and if I get this, then I'm the third generation woman who gets this, or something like that. Like this attachment to this measurable perception of success versus like the reason why they're drawn to the music and the frequency of the sound and the playing and the connection that you have with this instrument and the way in which it makes you feel. And all of a sudden you get lost in a song and you're playing it and you can feel it and the emotion starts going and it takes you to a different place. And then someone saw that. And they came and said to you, I've never seen somebody connect with their instrument like that. I'd love you to play a show. I've got these people coming into town. Do you play shows? And like, this is an example, but then all of a sudden it spirals into that individual playing their instrument because it's in them to play, because it's an extension of their frequency, of their life force, of their unique signature. And then what comes of that is just like, you can't even imagine. So going back to like what's happening transformationally is that's part of the transformation of it, is transmuting the almost like ego attached to our perception of these measurable successes, the why behind why we do things. Like all of a sudden we're working so hard to achieve this thing, and all of a sudden we connect with our heart space and we're being led into a very heart-centered focus, and everything else that we perceived as being the measurable success in which we were trying to achieve no longer becomes desirable because it is no longer in alignment. But the thing is you don't need to worry about, is this in alignment? Is this in alignment? Am I doing this? It's about all of that being like, it is like transmuting all of that and all of the pieces within your energy field that are attached to the belief system that all is so important. And when you actually transmute that worthiness, it's all that worthiness piece. I'm only worthy if my worthiness is dependent upon XYZ, my likability is this, I have to look a certain way in order to be viewed as desirable. Like all that BS that is hanging out in our energy field is getting transmuted through our subconscious, coming through dreams and random weird things, fears. It plays out in different stories. Random people that we might have an encounter with might play out this old fear and say all the things that you feared about it, and you got to transmute it because it didn't end up in your worst nightmare, and that person's job is now done. That's what's happening right now, and it's happening fast. That's why it's so intense, because it's happening over and over for us to be able to transmute and let go of and amalgamate all of these energies from this life and other lives, this timeline and multiple others. And although it sounds confusing and kind of overwhelming, to simplify it all is that when you're in your state of existence within your highest consciousness, your unique signature, when you're in that place and you make your choices dependent upon the vibration of your heart, which is your authentic vibration, which is your energy signature, your body will tell you, your intuition will guide you. It's when it gets stuck up here and we need to clean out the filtration system, meditate, breathe, get into nature, sing, use your muse to create, right? Get back into that heart space. And then the transmuting process happens organically. The time and space to be able to open up your highest timeline for your greatest good, the reason why you're here, the opportunity that is showing up because you're transmuting all the other stuff. You're doing it all for what? For the purpose of your existence, why you're here. And you can't possibly know what that is because it's way beyond your wildest dreams. When you reside in here and you trust. Okay? And me, I'm going to watch that back and I'm going to be like, yes, hell yes. I have to remember this because this isn't like Lisa Richmond's thought of the day. This is such deep, intuitive, knowing. When my counsel shows up and they're giving me this, it's amazing. Sometimes they're like, you're not doing it right. And then they'll just come through. You're not doing it right. They're like, no, that's not what we say. But sometimes they just come through in direct channel and I'll be like, okay, they have this direct message. But my team is here and they're all firing at all cylinders and bringing through these messages. And I think it's really great. And I'm so grateful for it. But it's from this perspective of this is your signature energy. This is your specific energy signature for you to play out. Not for you to look at somebody else's and be like, okay, let's see how they do it. They seem to be successful and that's the goal in life, right? So I guess I'm going to do what they do. Unconsciously, that's what we're all doing. And the people at the top are like, dance marionettes. Yes, that's right. Forget that you know exactly what you need. Forget that you can trust your own intuition and who you truly are in order to lead your life from your greatest and highest good. Everybody has an equal capacity to do that. It's just how much we trust that and live in that. It's a practice. Obviously, we're human, right? We are still human. And we're doing this as humans, which makes us incredible because we're incredible. We're multi-dimensional, incredible beings that are pulling off this extravagant, play on Earth right now. And you're killing it. Give yourself a pat on the back, drink more water, and maybe write some of the stuff out, talk it out in your voice note, whatever works for you. That helps really kind of move the energy through. That's our message today. Thank you for my guidance team for coming through today and allowing us to have that. I hope that brings some peace to you guys too, and that you can really get some nuggets out of that. Please let me know how you've been feeling, how this has been going down for you. I would love to hear it. I love the interaction in the community that forms in the comment section. I think it's just the best ever. Also, like and share. It really helps. I'm really working to build this channel so I can get to more people. And I've absolutely deeply fallen in love with doing this and feeling like, because I'm in my heart space when I do this, and it's my favorite thing ever. And my other favorite thing ever is actually working with you guys. So if you want to book with me, I do one-on-one mediumship intuitive readings over Zoom, which is like so amazing. I also do pre-recorded like 30-minute readings where you sit like just like this and you get sent your own YouTube private link of an intuitive channel for you. I also do sound, personal sound, and I do tarot cards personalized, pre-recorded for you as well. So head to my website at lisarichmond.ca and you can take a look to see if anything tickles your fancy. Okay? Have a really great weekend. I'm sending everybody a ton of love through this crazy. Oh, happy spring. Yay, it's spring. It's getting closer and closer to the summer. Like it's the equinox. We didn't even talk about equinox. Oh, it's all part of you guys. It's all part of the big pool, the big pot. Okay, the cauldron of life. That's what's going down right now. So like, let's shout out to equinox as well. Yeah, this is where I leave you. Awesome. Thanks so much if you're still here. Thanks for your commitment. All right. I love you. Bye, guys.